Hi friends, very good evening to all of you. I hope I'm audible, guys. I hope you can hear me, guys. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, guys? Okay. Can you hear me, guys? I hope my screen is visible, guys. We'll start the session. So, guys, today we will cover some of the important topics from the Indian polity judiciary section. This year I'm expecting at least one question on judiciary. Let me just show you the topics which I feel from judiciary can be important. This is the Optima note. In this Optima notes, guys, okay, the important topics which can be expected from the judiciary chapter is basically okay. So you can see here, one is the appointment of the CJI. Okay, appointment of CJI. Second is, guys, removal of judges. This year I'm expecting one question on removal of judges. Very high chances you can expect a question on removal of judges. Okay, so please do prepare. Then prepare, okay, the constitutional bench. What is a constitutional bench? That is again an important question. Then appointment of judges are always in news. That is also a very important topic. And guys, one topic which can be expected is the, okay, NALSA is completing 30 years. Okay, so you can expect a question on NALSA also. Okay, so let us start our discussion. The very first question which we are going to discuss is on appointment of CJI. Appointment of CJI. So guys, Justice Suryakant has been appointed as the 53rd Chief Justice of India. As the 53rd Chief Justice of India, Article 124 of the Indian Constitution provides for appointment of the judges of Supreme Court. Okay, so this is very important, guys. Okay, so I would like to ask you a question. Okay, who can be appointed as the Chief Justice of India? Can anybody tell me, is there any qualification mentioned in the Constitution of India? Is there any qualification mentioned in the Constitution of India? Who can tell me? Yes. Okay, so exactly in the Constitution, it is not mentioned that the senior most judge should be made the CJI. Okay, it is not mentioned. It is what? It is a convention. It is a convention that president will appoint. The president will appoint the senior most judge. Okay, that is a convention. Okay, keep this in mind. UPSC question setters can frame a question on CJI appointment and the roles and functions of CJI. Okay, it's a very high chances you may expect a question on that. Okay, so CJI generally is the senior most judge of the Supreme Court. There is a convention that president appoints the senior most judge of the Supreme Court as the CJI. Okay, also guys, the Supreme Court, okay, sorry, the president can consult. He can consult with the judges of the Supreme Court before appointing the CJI, and this is done under Article 124 Clause 2. This is very important. Okay, he can consult before he appoints the senior most judge as the Supreme Court Chief Justice. He can consult with the other judges under Article 124 Clause 2. So consultation is allowed. Okay, consultation is allowed. This is a very important topic. Again, you can expect that. Okay, so I believe that questions can come regarding appointment of the CJI. Remember, guys, okay, that the age till when the CJI can remain is 65 years. Okay, so age is also very important because generally there was a debate that, okay, CJIs are getting retired in 2-3 months only. So the age factor is also very important. Supreme Court judges, they retire at the age of 65. This is again a very important topic which you can expect. Okay, so now guys, you can see here that the power of CJI is what, guys? He is the administrative head of the Supreme Court. Okay, and he is what? What is the most important function of CJI, guys? Can anybody tell me what is the most important function of the CJI? Guys, what is the most important function of the CJI? Allotment of cases. Okay, allotment of cases. Guys, what is his name? The term used for what? What is the term used for that? Can anybody tell me what is the term used for that? What is the term used for that? Master of what? Guys, what is the term used for that? Can anybody tell me? He is master of roster. Okay, do you remember, guys? Which case will go to which bench? Okay, will be decided by CJI. Okay, so this is very important. So he decides the allocation of judges for the various cases. This is very, very important. You can expect a question in the examination. Okay, remember guys, the senior most judge to be appointed as the CJI is not mentioned categorically in the constitution. So you can expect a question on this. Okay, you can expect a question on this. Now let us see this question. This is a PYQ. Who can answer this question? Let me see. Who can answer this question? Let me see, guys. Who can answer this question? Who among the following can be appointed as the judge of the Supreme Court? Okay, so this, see, the first option is saying what? An advocate who has practiced for at least 10 years in any court. Okay, is this correct? Is this correct, guys? See, for appointment as the judge of the Supreme Court, what qualification you need? You have to be a judge of a high court. You have to be a judge of a high court for how many years? For 5 years. Or you can be an advocate of a high court, advocate of an high court for at least 10 years. For at least 10 years. Or third, you can be a distinguished jurist. You can be a distinguished jurist. Okay, so you can see this option is also incorrect. This option is also incorrect because it is 5 years, not 3 years. Okay, it is 5 years, not 3 years. Third option is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? So remember, guys, okay, 5 years as a judge of high court and 10 years as an advocate of high court. Okay, these are the minimum qualification. Is there any minimum age for Supreme Court judge? Is there any minimum age for Supreme Court judge? Who can tell me the answer in the comment box? Is there any minimum age? No minimum age. Maximum age is given. Minimum age is not there. Okay, so you can expect a question on this also. Now, the most important topic this year will be the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Guys, Supreme Court has various jurisdiction. For example, it has original jurisdiction. It has, okay, appellate jurisdiction. Then it has advisory jurisdiction. Guys, advisory jurisdiction is important this year because after so many years, there has been a presidential reference under Article 143. Okay, so this is very important, guys. Under Article 143, the president may refer any question of law or public importance to the Supreme Court for its opinion. This is advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. This is advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Guys, jurisdiction questions are very popular in the prelims examination. I have a firm belief that there will be a question on jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction. Guys, original jurisdiction. What comes under original jurisdiction? Can anybody tell me in the comment box? What comes under original jurisdiction? See, federal disputes. Federal disputes comes under original jurisdiction. Okay, keep this in mind. Federal disputes, dispute between center and state, dispute between two states come under the Supreme Court original jurisdiction. Okay, so advisory jurisdiction, guys, president makes a reference based on the advice of Council of Ministers. So in advisory jurisdiction, is it a discretionary power of the president? Guys, advisory jurisdiction, okay, the presidential reference, is it a discretionary power of the president? Yes or no? Is it a discretionary power of the president? No. When the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister will ask the president to go for presidential reference, then only president can go. Okay, then only president can go. So it is always on the advice of Council of Ministers. Guys, you know, President of India has to act as per the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. So in this case also, he has to act as per the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. Guys, under Article 145 of the Constitution, okay, such references has to be headed by minimum 5 bench judge. Minimum 5 bench judge. Why? Because, guys, any constitutional bench has how many judges? Minimum how many judges? Any constitutional bench has minimum how many judges, guys? 5 judges. 5 judges. Is this clear, guys? Are you able to follow? Constitutional bench has minimum how many judges? Okay. Here one more thing, guys, you need to remember, the opinion which is given by the Supreme Court is not legally binding on the president and does not hold a precedential value for the courts in the following subsequent cases. Again, very important. The advice which is given by the Supreme Court to the president is what? Just recommendatory. It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory. Okay, this is also very important. It is not legally binding. It is not legally binding. Also, guys, is the Supreme Court bound to give advice in all matters? Guys, yes or no? Is the Supreme Court bound to give advice? Is the Supreme Court bound to give advice? Guys, can anybody tell me? Is the Supreme Court bound to give advice? Yes or no? No, Supreme Court is not bound to give advice. Supreme Court can deny the advice. Okay. So this can be used to frame statements. Important statements they can frame using this. So guys, I would like to request every one of you, please prepare the appointment, the eligibility, and also this advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Jurisdictions of Supreme Court is very, very important. You may expect a question, guys. Original jurisdiction, writ jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction, court of record, okay, judicial review. All these are very important for prelims 2026. Particularly advisory jurisdiction is very, very important. You can expect a question on that. You can expect a question on that. Let us see this question. How many of you can answer this question, guys? How many of you can answer this question? Let me just check. The power of Supreme Court to decide the case of a dispute between two or more states is called what? Answer is original jurisdiction. Okay, original jurisdiction is the correct answer, guys. Okay, but here also, guys, you can see advisory jurisdiction. Questions are coming on advisory jurisdiction. So remember, guys, okay, the presidential reference article 143. Okay, so you can expect a question on that. Original jurisdiction and advisory jurisdiction are very popular. Writ jurisdiction, already UPSC has asked multiple questions on writ jurisdiction. So maybe they will not ask writ jurisdiction. This year they will ask advisory jurisdiction. Guarantee, guys. Again, I am saying this is a guarantee topic. This is a must topic. Definitely this question is going to come. Please prepare advisory jurisdiction. This is very, very important. Presidential reference, very, very important. Guys, how many presidential reference till now? Can anybody tell me? Okay, I am giving you an assignment. how many presidential references has been given till now? How many times? Is it the first time? Is it the first time? No, it is not the first time. It is not the first time. Okay, remember guys, please do prepare how many presidential reference till now. Okay, next guys, impeachment process. Again, very important, impeachment. Again, very important, impeachment. Okay, you may expect a question on impeachment. Guys, there is a controversy going about removal of High Court judges and Supreme Court judges. Guys, the Constitution has a special provision for removal of judges of Supreme Court and High Court through a process which is called impeachment. Which is called impeachment. This is a very important topic. Guys, judges of Supreme Court and High Court can only be removed after there is a parliamentary motion. There is a parliamentary motion for that. And what is the majority needed in that? What is the majority needed in that, guys? Okay, the president can remove. The president can remove the Supreme Court and High Court judges only after there is a parliamentary resolution in both the houses. And what is the special majority? It is requiring what? Special majority. Special majority, guys. Okay, very important. Special majority. Special majority. Again, I am saying this is a very important. It requires what? Special majority. Okay, special majority. What is special majority? Okay, majority of the house and majority of 2/3 present and voting. Majority member of the house and majority of 2/3 present and voting. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? What is special majority in this case? Special majority in this case is what? Majority of total membership of the house and 2/3 and voting. Guys, which house can initiate the removal process of the Supreme Court and High Court judges? Which house? Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, or both? What is the answer? Which house can initiate the process? Can anybody tell me? Which house can initiate the process, guys? Any house. Answer will be what? Any house. Any house. Okay, very important. Any house. Okay. So we have a Judges Inquiry Act. We have a Judges Inquiry Act. Under the Judges Inquiry Act, guys, how many MPs? How many MPs have to give the request? Can anybody tell me? How many MPs have to give it? Okay, let us see this question. How many of you are able to answer? Let us see this question, guys. How many MPs will give a request for removal of a judge of a High Court or a Supreme Court? Okay, let me see this answer. How many of you are able to answer? 100 in Lok Sabha and 15 Raj Sabha. Okay, very important. 100 in Lok Sabha. The removal motion has to be signed by at least 100 members before it is admitted. In the Lok Sabha and in the Raj Sabha, it is 50 members. It is 50 members. Once it is admitted, the chairman will form an inquiry committee. The inquiry committee will have 3 members. The inquiry committee will be headed by the Chief Justice or a judge of a Supreme Court. The Chief Justice or a judge of a Supreme Court, a Chief Justice of a High Court, and a distinguished jurist. Guys, these 3 members will be there in the committee, inquiry committee. Is this clear, guys? Who are the members of the inquiry committee? Who are the members of the inquiry committee, guys? We have a CJI or a judge of a Supreme Court. We have a Chief Justice of High Court, and we have a distinguished jurist. This is a very important topic, guys. You can expect a question on this. You can definitely expect a question on this. Very high chances. Very high chances that there will be a question on this topic. Okay, guys, I hope you will prepare this. This is a very important topic. Very important topic. I am saying this. I have a firm belief that UPSC will ask a question on this. Okay, so let me see how many of you can answer this PYQ. Okay, this is a PYQ, guys. The motion to impeach a judge of the Supreme Court of India cannot be rejected by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha as per the Judges Inquiry Act. Is this a correct statement, guys? Second statement, the Constitution defines and give details what constitutes incapacity and misbehavior of a judge. Constitution does not define. Constitution does not define. The third statement, the details of the process of removal of a judge of a Supreme Court is given in the Judges Inquiry Act. Yes, third statement is correct statement. Third statement is correct statement. If a motion to impeach is taken, the law requires that it is supported by majority of the total membership and 2/3 present and voting. Fourth statement is also correct. What is the answer? 3 and 4. What is the answer? 3 and 4. What is the answer? 3 and 4 is the correct answer, guys. 3 and 4 is the correct answer. 3 and 4 is the correct answer, guys. How many of you are able to follow this, guys? 3 and 4 is the correct answer. Okay. Guys, last topic, curative petition. Okay, what is curative petition? Curative petition is the last judicial remedy. When the review petition is dismissed, there is only one option, that is curative petition. Guys, curative petition is not mentioned in the Constitution. Curative petition is not mentioned in the Constitution. Remember, it is not mentioned. It's a judicial innovation. It is a judicial innovation. It is the last remedy after the review petition is dismissed. Okay, so you can expect a question. Is curative petition mentioned in the Constitution? Yes or no? Is curative petition mentioned in the Constitution? How many of you can answer this question? Is curative petition So guys, I hope, okay, you followed these topics. Please do prepare these topics. Okay. And guys, if you are part of Lakshya, today we had a static test. I hope you have taken the static test. Please daily solve 50 PPP question. 50 PPP questions. Daily solve 50 PPP questions. These are very, very important questions. I hope you are doing that. Guys, with this, I would like to take your leave. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.